this seems like it's much more, this franchise seems like it's building towards a Grindelwald origin story and not so much about Newt and his beast. Or at least at this point, I can't really see how we're gonna do 4 more movies about Newt and his suitcase.
Well, so I've got some fan theories about this.
Let's do it.
So first of all, on the note of the Grindelwald origin story, a lot of fans are thinking that the way that he first heard about the Obscura, which is a big part of the whole movie, he first heard about it because of Ariana Dumbledore.
Oh.
So let me get out my books, because I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. I brought my books with me. So when we're finding out about Ariana Dumbledore in Deathly Hallows, so what happens is she has a very traumatic experience as a child, which makes her not want to ever do magic again, but her magic still kind of gets out. And the way they describe it, anytime this magic comes out, sounds a lot like the Obscura that we see in the films.
Okay.
So it says, it destroyed her, what they did. She was never right again. She wouldn't use magic, but she couldn't get rid of it. It turned inward and drove her mad. It exploded out of her when she couldn't control it, and at times she was strange and dangerous. And several more times it talks about this exploding out of her, and at one point it kills her mother. It ends up leading to her own death. And before she dies, Grindelwald is actually there, and he makes a speech very similar to what he says right before Creed is killed in Fantastic Beasts. He says that Ariana wouldn't have to be hidden once they changed the world and led the wizards out of hiding and taught the muggles their place.
Oh,
it's very creepy. And you can see he's so upset when Makusa comes in and kills Creed, or so we know. There's maybe a chance he's still out there. We don't know.
It was great.
But Grindelwald is so upset by that, and you can think, okay, if he's thinking back and being reminded of Ariana's death, he's, even though he helped cause that and he's this terrible, horrible person, he's still kind of scarred by that and remembering it.
Yeah. Although I didn't even notice that connection. That's great.
Yeah.
And that would be such a good way just to tie together when we go back, presumably, when we go back to Grindelwald's origin story in the next movie or the next movies.
Yeah. One of the great things about thinking maybe this is related to Ariana Dumbledore is the idea that this isn't a new thing that J.K. Rowling just came up with, like new for the book. She says things left and right that's new material, and you always have to wonder, like, okay, was this actually something that's been a part of her, like, Harry Potter, notes for, like, the past 20 years, or did she just come up with this today, And so that helps you think this has actually been a part of it. But there's something else that Harry Potter fans have discovered. So I have here Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and we maybe do a close-up in a bit. But so this was written for Comic Relief for charity back in the early 2000s, and so it's really fun. It's got stuff on there like, oh, it's $5, but it's also 14 sickles. It kind of like does that thing. So what it also says is it was published by Scholastic as well as Obscura Books in Diagon Alley.
You're blowing my mind.
Yeah. So since the early 2000s, the Obscurus has been connected to Newt Scamander, according to J.K. Rowling.
Wow. Okay, so this isn't a new concept.
It's not
There's
a new
history.
concept.
Wow, okay. Has that ever appeared in any other sort of text?
Not that I've found, no. There's like an entry on, the Harry Potter Wikia that references Obscurus books just in relation to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Wow, so that's why I have you on here. You got all these great theories.
Well, and so then you also, you were asking about how could 5 movies of just exploring his case last.
Right.
So Harry Potter fans are saying maybe Albus Dumbledore, who's mentioned in the film, who asks him about...
Graves asks Newt about.
Graves asks him, like, why does Dumbledore like you so much?
Right.
What if Dumbledore saw that Grindelwald was maybe in America and he sent Newt, and that's why Newt has that Obscura himself, or Obscurus, in his suitcase. And so Dumbledore actually sent him to help fight Grindelwald. So Newt's just not writing his book. He's actually working for Dumbledore to help defeat Grindelwald.
I mean, that's a little bit more convincing.
Right?
Than this guy just taking some time to write a book and travel.
Yeah. Which is cool, but 5 movies worth? I don't know.
Right. Okay, so now I'm a little bit more sold on where this can go.
Yeah. Hopefully the fans are right.
Yeah.